G'day guys, and welcome to a very special episode of Talk Time with Josh. Today we have actually a FIFA director on the episode, which is it's quite crazy. It's a bit different from what I normally have on, but yeah, Dan, if you'd like to introduce yourself, mate.
Hi, I am also known as Welsh Yeshi on the YouTube scene. I am a FIFA director, as I was just described. I create FIFA videos, as I described it, management mode, career, all those down those lines, and also BOTM podcast. That's me.
Yeah, Danny's actually a machinery director, and you're on, is it 8k subscribers, coming up to 9k?
Yes, I'm currently on 8,600 the last time I checked.
Which is, I mean, that's pretty insane.
It is good, and I'm liking it at the moment. It's all going well for me.
Yeah, sounds good. Right, so first question, Dan. Feels like he wants to be a millionaire. Right.
This is for £100.
When did you discover gaming?
Well,
gaming in general.
Back in Nintendo 64 days. Something down those lines. But from the days I could actually remember when I started gaming, it's back on PlayStation 1. The big brick that we had. The silver.
Yeah, I've still got my PlayStation 1. I'll be taking the piss out of the PlayStation 1.
I had that. I give it to my cousin, and she broke it. She had it for a week. I had the PS2, right? And I didn't really need it. The PS2 came out. I was like, yep, I got my PS2. I gave it to it. A week later, it broke. It's like, oh. So I could have kept that and just kept it in my room. But yeah, that's when I actually started playing PlayStation and started kind of getting into it a little bit. I can't even remember how old I was then, but then I kind of went on a PlayStation 2. That's when I started playing FIFA. But in those days, FIFA, I've had all the FIFAs but FIFA 06. That's the only one I didn't get. Never played PES either. So any PES fans out there, I'm sorry. I don't like your game. I've actually bought it once. I bought it for 50p. That was PES 2006, I think that was. And I still got it. I've actually still got it. And literally the only reason I bought it was because I was like, that's 50p. And people say it was good back in the day, but it doesn't make me want to play it anymore.
I've had one PES game, which was PES 5, I think, when I got it for my birthday, and it was shit. I played it for about 10 minutes. I was like, okay, back to FIFA.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what it is about PES. I just can't just get my head around it.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel. It just doesn't feel right. It feels like it just doesn't feel like a happy game, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Well,
it just
I'd
doesn't
rage
feel
on
nice.
FIFA anyway.
I don't know. And you call yourself a FIFA player. I've been playing FIFA since FIFA 96 on the PlayStation 1.
The first FIFA I had, I think, was one I can remember. And the only reason I can remember this is because you could have 45-minute halves. Right. This was the 98 World Cup with France. For some reason, I just remember that. And yeah, that's the earliest FIFA I can actually remember. But I've not always just played FIFA though. I've always played Splinter Cell and racing games and stuff like that. So I'm kind of all around the part, but I'm only ever making FIFA videos.
So you'd never make a different you'd never make a Let's Play channel or?
I don't know. I've always wanted to, but to be honest, I like concentrating on. I don't. This could be a bad approach to life or something like that. I'm going to say this now, but. I like just to concentrate on one thing and get the best of it out of it. I could easily do Let's Plays and stuff like that, but to be honest, all I ever play is COD and FIFA. But,
yeah, they're the two main games. I remember FIFA 96 purely because I used to slave it out on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, PlayStation 1, FIFA 96, and I used to love that game. It was brilliant.
Back in the day on FIFA, I never knew how to shoot. So I used to, yes, it was right. It was only up until FIFA 2005 or 6 I knew how to shoot because my dad told me. He was like, if you press circle, you can actually shoot. I was like, oh really? What I used to do is just run with the ball and try and run into the net. That's how I used to do it. Don't do that now. You won't get it anyway.
That's so bad. I didn't know how to shoot until FIFA.
It was usually. I just don't know why. And then the moment I found out how to score or shoot the ball even, I haven't looked back since, and I think every goal I score is a beast. If I compare it back to back in the day. I'm actually on Xbox now. I don't play PlayStation much.
I'm still a PlayStation boy. Always have been, always will be. Never had an Xbox.
I got the PS3 though, but I've always been like PlayStation all the way. I had the PS3 like when it came out, and I was like, wow, the PlayStation's awesome. And the reason I've kept it is because it's got a Blu-ray player, and all I do now generally is when I go out to buy a DVD, or if I'll buy a Blu-ray, because it's worth your money. You get free copies, even though I don't need free copies. Yeah. But you still get it. But I had the PlayStation, and that's kind of when I started YouTube. Was back when the moment I got my PlayStation, and started playing Rainbow Six Vegas.
Okay, so that actually leads on nicely to the next question. When did you start making YouTube videos, and what kind of gave you the inspiration, kind of, to start making YouTube videos?
Back in 2008, that's when I started. You can go check out my channel. August the 5th, 2008, I think it was. I started on this channel, and I started making like COD videos, COD montages, because on the PlayStation, there was a group of friends, and randomly met them online. That's how I know them, and I started talking to him a little bit more. And then this one guy, you can search his channel, I think it's still going, but he doesn't make videos, it's still up. This guy called Chris Webb, and just started talking to him. And, I started on this YouTube thing. I was like, alright then, let's go give it a go. And started off making Call of Duty videos. I think the majority of people, if I'm totally honest, if you started back then, you started off with Call of Duty. Then I started with Call of Duty. Then when I was making montages, they weren't good. I wish I should have kept them up, but they weren't exactly that good either. I used to be like the no scope or quick scope that everyone actually hates now.
Everyone rages about.
Everyone just rages against it. I was actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. On my old another channel, which there's some few montages on there, right? And I ain't gonna lie, I can no scope across map if I wanted to. But I started off with Call of Duty, and then I kind of broke off with those guys, and thought. Then I found out about the Wii Peeler, Herp, Seth, all the FIFA. Well, the only two FIFA guys that I actually knew. They were more like lords back then, but they were the only ones. And Barca by then was out there as well.
Oh, Barca! I remember you having Barca on you had him on a podcast, didn't you?
Yes, we did. He was one of our first guests. I think he was on he was on really early, actually.
Because you guys actually, I didn't know of Basketball until I watched your podcast and found Basketball, and I was like, wow. And ever since then, for about 6 months after that, I was addicted to the Big Friday live stream that he does.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I was just addicted to it. I loved it. You've also had your man KSI as well, haven't you?
Yes, we have. We had KSI at the wrong time. We had him at like 30k subs. Now he's on like 400,000.
He's on like 10 times.
Yeah, we just need to get him on again and be like, KSI, get back on the podcast, because he is a great guy, KSI. Honestly, like, I ain't just saying this, but we had him on, and to be honest, I was expecting it to be a bit tense and a bit like, oh my god. We linked with him straight away, and it was a great conversation. We had a giggle throughout as well. Like, what he is in his videos when he has a laugh is how he is. Yeah. Like, he isn't putting anything on, which is just awesome. And it's just when you're going to call him, he is just himself. And he's a great guy, KSI.
I think everybody who's seen, you see, my view, people who are watching this from my channel won't understand any of this because it's Minecraft, and very few of them are FIFA related. But if you do know of KSI, I think everybody that knows him loves him.
Yeah.
It's his laugh. It's oh god. I'm getting happy just thinking about KSI.
So, to be honest, I couldn't make a video with my dad if I wanted to, like, and just like take the piss out of him while he's playing FIFA. Like,
he's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm listening.
Oh, KSI, legend. Have you seen the Rubbery dance with KSI's lols?
I'm more likely have. But
if you've watched it, you'll remember it. after this interview, go on YouTube. KSI. No, the Rubbery dance with KSI. It is hilarious. Right. Oh bloody hell! I've gone completely off topic there. So you discovered making videos in 2008.
Yes, 2008 is when I made my channel, and I've always like I've always wanted to make videos. I've always constantly wanted to bring something out. So like as I said, I started off in Call of Duty, then I discovered like the Wii Peeler and Herpsef and stuff like that because they were making montages, and that's when I started off making montages as well. But the problem I did was when I think I had like 80 odd subs on that channel. I was like, oh bugger, I'm gonna go on to another channel, and which was a bad move, if I'm totally honest. One little advice I can give to anyone, I get a lot of people every day say, oh, I've made a new channel, new name. Don't do it. Stick with it.
Yeah.
And stick with that channel because, like, when I went on to a different channel, it was going well, and I was like, oh, should I go back to my old one? And I don't know why I did that either. So I went back to my old channel, which I should have just easily stuck on, and then I started just constantly making FIFA videos. Back in 2008 and 9, I did the like bowl of the month type thing. That's when I was like starting off. I had my Dazzle and stuff, and so
recorded with a microwave.
Yeah, basically.
That's basically what everyone says now, isn't it? If you've got crap, we was talking about this before we actually started recording. How like a lot of the community don't understand like just how much it costs to start making good quality videos.
Yeah, no. Like people that hate on like all these smaller directors, and they're using easy caps, they're using like capture cards and stuff. And you gotta realize, like, YouTube's a big investment. Like, you're not guaranteed to get anywhere, either. You know, like you ain't gonna be like, yeah, I know for a fact in 4 months' time I'm gonna have 30,000 subscribers and with a partnership and earning my money. But like that's not guaranteed. Like you can either come in here, you make it, or you don't. It's simple as. Or it takes forever to like try and get on and try and
yeah. You're either gonna go viral, like KSI did. Like KSI literally went viral, didn't he?
Yeah, he made like I don't know how he did it because like
he went viral from the FIFA 12 breakdown video where he called Samuel Eto'o a rather fast black man.
Yeah. It is basically
that point he went from something like I think it was 8,000 subscribers to like 30,000 in a week.
I remember that. I remember people used to troll on him when he first started. I remember there's a video on Machinima, and I think Matt HD Gamer, right? If you might know who he is, he's a FIFA.
Matt HD Gamer,
yeah. He actually commented on the video when it went live. He said, "Why you got this guy on Machinima?" And then it's quite amusing because all you gotta do is hit that blank spot because there was no comedy within FIFA with KSI. There was like everyone was just doing a normal commentary. It was serious. It was the odd giggle and stuff, but there was no like just comedy. There was no one covering that spot. And then KSI hit it on the mark. And then the thing with his videos, you don't have to be a FIFA director or a good like a FIFA player to enjoy them.
Yeah.
You can be anyone. You can just give this to someone else. To see if there's some random guy in the street or something, go like, look at this guy's video. He would more likely laugh.
Yeah.
Which is
it's guaranteed. He goes to a much bigger audience than just FIFA.
Yeah, because you can tell in the FIFA community there isn't. Well, originally when KSI first started off, there wasn't exactly like 100,000 odd people in the FIFA community.
Yeah.
There was hardly any of that, and I think even if you like combined like all the channels together, you wouldn't have like as much subs as he did then. But yeah, another little advice: if you can hit that unique spot, even if you do the same thing as someone else, but if you can make yours a bit more unique than someone else, like KSI does Road to Glory, he made it more unique than like say someone else who done it. Or yeah, it's kind of going off topic, but
yeah, enough of kissing KSI's ass.
Yeah,
I remember. I'm gonna go on KSI one more time just about the kiss in the ass. He did an African squad on FIFA 11, and he says, "Man, I'm kissing Uche's ass." And then he's like, "You know what? Sod it. I'm gonna carry on kissing his ass." But yeah, if KSI, if you ever happen to watch this, we're gonna stop kissing your ass now. We love you, but yeah. Okay, right. What was the question I asked you before that?
We was talking about my YouTube, how I started off.
Oh, right. Okay. So when you started out YouTube, what was like your immediate goals? What was your goals when you very first started?
When I first started off, when I was watching videos, I was watching like the likes of like Charles Trippy. I don't know if any of you actually know yet. Like I used to watch like a lot of like skits and stuff. I I didn't watch many gaming videos and stuff. So I was watching like all these skits and stuff, and I was like, wow, these guys got like, what's his banner, and all this stuff, and I was like, I want that, and so obviously I tried again for, if you don't know what I want, but basically I wanted a partnership, which was my main objective, and like from the start, not since I started YouTube, since I discovered the partnership, I was like, I want to get there, that's my main goal, and obviously I've achieved that now. But then at first I actually applied before I got my Machinima directorship, like I applied with like YouTube themselves and Google,
Right.
and I actually failed 4 times to get it. And I was like, oh god, why am I doing it? I'm posting content, but YouTube don't like gaming. If you use if you get partnered with YouTube, like Google himself, they don't exactly like. If you create gaming videos, they don't really like it, so they don't really accept. Plus, you need like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos to try and like get somewhere. And then after that, I discovered Machinima, and I was like, okay, this could help. Well, to be honest, I wasn't thinking about a partnership then. I kind of went, right, let's go with Machinima, because like all my friends, like, to be honest, if you're ever with your friends now, they always talk about Machinima if they talk about gameplays, don't they? It's like, oh, have you seen like this video on Machinima? It's like, all right, that's the next objective. Like, try and get a directorship with Machinima. And to be honest, I actually worked my ass off to get that directorship. Because originally, compared to now, originally to get a directorship, it was quite tough. It wasn't exactly like you message them, they'd be like, yeah, let's have a look at your channel, you're in. I had to write like a 2-page, I quote essay on how to get in there, just get into Machinima. But
so now basically it's just apply on a website.
Yeah, it's basically apply.
Channel.
It's basically that.
When you got it, it was a lot more.
It was a lot more tough. You had to make sure you had HD content. When I applied for it, was the moment I got my PVR. I did a few more videos and I was like, yep, I got this PVR. Now I can apply for it. I actually got offered it before, but I couldn't actually take it because I didn't actually know what it was. I got emailed and they said, oh, would you like to be part of the Machinima directorship? I was like, yeah. And he said, but you need HD video. I was like, oh. So something was holding me back then on the first time, but I got the HD PVR. I applied for it. I got in. And I upload to Machinima now like weekly, like all the time. So, and then after that, I had the partnership, which came, a few months later. It came in the August of that year, I think, or was it the year later? Yeah, it was in the August of that year. I had the partnership, and then after I got that, I thought to myself, what's the point now? Because I haven't got no goals.
Well, that actually got nice to my next question, which is, like, you set out your goals when you first started.
Yeah.
Of, I want to get a partnership, and when you look back now to what your goals were, and now you've achieved them. What are your goals from now for the future?
Well, the one goal which I made wasn't long ago, but I've already achieved it now. My original goal was actually to get invited down to EA to play their game,
right,
which happened March. No, May. That happened last month. I got invited down to go play FIFA 13. Lucky enough, so thank you to EA for that.
Hold on. Is FIFA 13 going to be any good? How
I'm
they
not allowed to
fix
say.
defending?
I'm actually not allowed to say anything.
Oh god.
Like when I went down there, like I thought it was. I ain't gonna. Their offices are awesome. I just went in there. It was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And I actually had to sign a contract to not allowed to release any information about like their game until like certain aspects of that game have like come out. Like I'm allowed to talk about gameplay and stuff because E3 have gone by and everyone have played it.
Right.
But yeah, so that was one of my objectives. Other than like subscriber objectives, like I think the next big subscriber objective is to get a 10k. It's like you got that nice, I don't know, there's something about 10,000 compared to getting just like the 1,000 every time. That's like another objective, but I think another one is basically try and get like invited down to EA again, like go down there when like around August time, just before the game comes out, and also like maybe year after year, which would just be awesome. If I'm totally honest, like keep like to the game that I love playing. I've been playing for like played for years, and now going out to actually test it, and whatnot before it's even come out is awesome.
I didn't know you actually got invited down to it. That's.
I kind of kept it quiet. To be honest, I mentioned it like once on the podcast, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I went on down to play FIFA, and that was it." Then I haven't really talked much about it. I haven't mentioned it in videos, or this be the first video that ever done the podcast I've mentioned it on.
Yeah.
But
You
so
heard
yeah,
it here second,
really
guys. You heard it here second.
But yeah, that's like that was the objective after. But to be honest, I would say to people as well, so always set yourself objectives. Like if you like, because you always got something to achieve then as well. Like I don't like the saying, like I've tried my best. For some reason, I don't like that saying because for some reason I think that's a saying. Like, sorry if you disagree with me, but it's just my opinion.
Yeah,
but
no, completely. I think I
but,
agree. It's almost like I've tried my best, so I'm giving up.
yeah, that's what I mean. I always think that's like the sign of like, oh yeah, I won't be disappointed, if you get what I mean. But
Yeah.
like, for example, like where I applied for the partnership, like I set that objective, and then like I got disappointed 4 times until I actually got it.
I mean, you could have
But
quite
then
easily after 3 times turned around and went, well, I've tried my best.
yeah, it's better than doing that. Personally, I think you just set yourself some goals. Like as I said, partnership could be on the horizon. Like you could have simple ones if you're just starting off. Right, okay, I want to get myself a simple 1,000 subscribers. Right, you could say by a date or not. It doesn't really matter. But then, like, you just set yourself smaller targets instead of like, oh my god, I want a partnership. That could be a main goal. But then set little ones like, oh, I want to get involved with some people. I want to.
Well,
Like,
that's like me. I mean, my current goal is 100 subscribers. I mean, I'm only on like 60 at the minute, which is I know I'm really small. And my next goal is 100, and then 500,
Yeah.
and then 1,000. I don't want to go straight to 1,000 because I know it's going to seem like a long way away.
Yeah.
But going to just 100 and then 500 and then 1,000.
Mm.
I mean,
Plus
they're
then
small
as
goals,
well-
but I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's better to have like these like smaller goals and then getting disheartened when you can't get your 1,000 subscribers in like a week.
Well, yeah, I mean, my
That
first
you
goal
want.
was 50 subscribers, and when I hit 50, I was really, really pleased. I was like,
Mm.
okay, 50 people want to watch my videos. And instead of
Yeah.
looking at it as, oh, I've only got 50, I saw it as, wow, I've got 50.
Yeah, that's one thing as well. Like I learned. I was speaking to Seth, who he came on the podcast as well. I was talking to him, and he said that like you need to look at your subscribers as people, not numbers.
Yeah.
Like if you look at this, oh, I've only got 8,000 subscribers, but that's 8,000 people. Like stand in a room with 8,000 people.
Yeah.
That's like more than my college, more than likely. It's
Yeah.
like, and I can walk into any club these days around my town and be like, I got more people watching my videos than there is out right now.
Yeah.
Like you could look at his ass, and 8,000 is a lot of people. And like, well, I could say 8,000, but then like 50 people's a lot of people. Like that's like a bigger, that's like 2 classes or something down those lines. And
Yeah.
imagine speaking in front of those in general.
Well, yeah, I mean, you say, like, how many views do you get on average?
On daily views, I get around 3,500.
Okay, so
Daily.
imagine standing in front of 3,500 people a day
Yeah.
and talking face to face to these people, whereas doing it through a screen is completely different to doing it in front of people. I mean, like,
Yeah.
people, like, you don't actually need that much confidence to make YouTube videos because
Yeah.
you're talking to a microphone.
Mm.
You're not actually.
I think
talking
over
to people.
time, I think just over time you build confidence. Like, well, when I first started off, I had this. When I first started doing commentaries, I should say, I had this kind of idea of like how the commentary should be and how it should like sound and whatnot. But if you are just starting off and you're like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. But like seriously, you may sound quiet like over the first like few uploads that you do, but then over time you'll be like, actually yes, let's do this. I'm pumped to do this commentary. Like, and then you'll be like, yes, I'm confident now. I'm confident to talk about whatever I want. I'm confident to do like anything. And then you take risks then with like videos and stuff. Like with my manager board, I added all this banner and stuff and this post-match interview, like as well. Like I don't mind being in front of a camera in general. Like I really don't care.
Yeah.
But I took the risk of doing this post-match interview feature. I'm like, how are people going to take to this? Are they going to do it? Are they going to be like, yes, oh, I love it, or do I hate it? And then obviously when you build confidence, you take the risks of like trying out new stuff. And
well, people actually love that, don't they? Because I see all the time in your description, really sorry I didn't manage to do the post-match interview.
Yeah.
So,
some people, like the one time, right, I missed, like I said I couldn't do it in one of the videos, and people would get it. Like I was like, what? People actually like that feature? And so yeah, like over time, like people may say, yeah, but my commentaries are shit. Like if you do commentaries, of course, this is because I'm a commentator. That's what I'm kind of basing on. But like, at the start, you may go, oh, my commentaries are bad. I sound young, and what? Yeah. People, the reason people troll on young people, which is stupid. Personally, yeah, you got a bit of a higher voice than anyone, but at least they making videos, you could say. But over time, you build confidence. You kind of come out your shell a little bit, and don't worry if you are just starting off and you're like, oh, I don't like it. Over time, you'll be like, yes, I got this in the bag now. I know. And then you look back at your old videos and you're like, what? What on earth's happening here?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I completely agree with that. I mean, confidence. Like I've only been doing it for a few weeks, and like when I look back from my first ever video to say one that I uploaded yesterday, the difference in my voice is just over 2 weeks is insane. Like first voice I was really like kind of like in my shell, and then I just kind of went, you know what, fuck it. If people like me, they like me. If they don't, go suck a dick.
That's one thing as well. Be yourself.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. Like if naturally you're not like this funny guy, but you want to be this guy, you want to try and be different. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But if you are trying to put it on when you're not like that, you're not normally like this, you're not normally like this funny guy who tries to make jokes all the time, it will show. It's weird how to describe it, but it will show in the videos. You'll be able to tell, like audience will be able to tell. But simple as just be yourself when you're making commentaries and stuff. It's like people like to know about you, because this generation is reality. Like people love reality stuff and whatnot. So if someone can get to know you, like they know more about you, they like, I know this guy, like they'll feel like they're friends with you or something like that, you could say. But like then they get more, as I said, they get to know you more, and then it shows. Your content will show better and stuff in the when you make videos.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Couldn't agree more. Right, I want to go on to a new question because we've still got quite a bit to cover. What is it for you? Would you rather have views per video or subscribers? Like, I know you have both, but would you rather have, you know what I mean, don't you? Would you rather have subscribers or views?
Well, to be honest, technically,
what I'm getting at is, would you rather have 10,000 subscribers with 8,000 inactive, or say 1,000 and like 900 of them be active?
I obviously active subscribers are the key thing, right? Be honest, I would go for the active, like the views over like how many subscribers you got, because subscribers don't really count. Like, yeah, I may have 8,000 odd subscribers and whatnot, or like so many, but like KSI. Well, let's leave KSI. Like let's go like AA or something, or Cal Freezy. They got like a few, like 50,000 odd subscribers, but that's just a number.
Yeah.
So to be honest, it's like I would prefer to have 1,000 subscribers which all watch my videos, than rather have 10,000 people who just sub and then never come back.
I've been I've been the culprit of doing that on my old channel. I've subscribed to probably 20 people that I never watch their content.
Yeah,
I mean, I've watched one video and I thought, this video seems quite good, I'll subscribe. And I've never watched another video after it. And, you know, I should really have gone into looking at some of their other videos before.
People say to me all the time, oh, will you subscribe to my channel? Will you subscribe to my channel? But I say this to them. I say, I would, but I'll just be an inactive subscriber.
Yeah.
You have like how many ever subs you got, and you won't get a view off me because, one, I'll forget more likely, and two, I only watch to be honest, I don't watch much FIFA content. It's quite surprising. Like people find this quite surprising when I say it, but I don't really watch much FIFA content. I usually watch like real life stuff, like skits, vlogs. Like I watch like COD stuff and whatnot. Like Woody's Gamer Tag, I'm a big fan of, and whatnot. Like, but to be honest, like if someone's like, you can ask people, oh yeah, will you subscribe? But if you ask me, I'll just say yeah, but I'll be in an active sub and you won't get the views. So
Well,
would you prefer someone else in a month or
I
something
think
to
people
subscribe
want
and
you to
watch them?
subscribe simply because not because your view, but because it will pop up on your 8,000 subscribers newsfeed.
Well, to be honest, I don't even know if people actually do it for that. But
You know, I mean, do they genuinely want just you to watch their videos, or do they want your 8,000 viewers to see that you subscribe to this
yeah,
person?
if people come, if like I think people talk, someone talked about this before, and if you just try to shadow someone, you can only ever get so big anyway.
Yeah.
Like you could like I could be friends with someone, but they could be only just using me. They're only gonna get so big. They can't keep following in my footsteps all
Yeah.
the time. I can't keep giving them shoutouts. But like I do give like shoutouts all the time. Like if you ever like at reply me on Twitter, I'll always like retweet. I always drop your video or like and stuff all the time. Like if you just tweet it out, if you tweeted me, I will do it unless I'm not on. Simple as. Like my Twitter feed will end up pushing it down. So sorry about that if you end up doing it. But
Everyone will be like, yo, spam videos, spam videos. You'll be like, I
Spam
can't like
video.
50 videos.
But I've lost my train of thought.
Well, we'll move on to another topic.
Yeah.
Because I think what actually happened, guys, is we actually sat for about 20 minutes working out, like, sat here in Notepad writing out a lot of questions, and then my laptop decided to be a douche, and I had to restart it. Got back on the call, and I was like, oh, bro, I've lost all my freaking questions. So we're actually doing this just off the top of our heads. So, right, what was the next thing I was going to ask you?
I think there was a question like about machinima and stuff, but I can't remember.
Well, we could talk about Machinima if you want to talk about Machinima.
Yeah, sure. Obviously, you all know. Well, we mentioned at the start that I am a machinima director. So some of my opinions may be biased from thing, but to be honest, machinima gets a bad name. Like people hate on it all the time, but I've never had any problems with it. I think you got like be in there to like I just had a phone call. You gotta like be in it to like judge. If I'm totally honest, you shouldn't like judge off other people's opinions. Because like with machinima, I haven't had any problems. Like obviously, I think actually no. No, I haven't. Like we even got this like group thing, and we just talk to each other all the time. Like the directors are really close in machinima.
Really?
Like some people may think like, oh no, no one ever talks to each other. While the sports directors are kind of talk about because everyone's split up into their separate categories, any such as respawn, sports, and whatever other channels they got going on.
Machinima's like I mean until I spoke to a few people about Machinima, I would have always stayed way clear of Machinima. Simply because you hear this thing about, oh, they're taking on crap directors. They're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing this, they're doing that. They're really bad, stay away from them. But actually, they are the biggest company out there.
Yeah, that's what you got to realise is that, like, Machinima are a secure company right now. Like, if they go down or go under, it's going to be a good 10 years. Something down those lines. They ain't going to... Because there's a new network on the scene, doesn't mean they're going to crash and burn within 2 months. Like Machinima's a company, and what people realize, Machinima just like they do this and that. But what, to be honest, one you gotta realize, they give you free money. You're doing something for a hobby, and they're like, all right, then we'll pay you for it and whatnot. Yeah, that's a big pro. Not many people would do that. Obviously, other networks and stuff, yeah, of course. But I'm just saying this. But and then I forgot again. Shit.
So they pay you for nothing, basically.
Yeah, you get paid for nothing. Like, obviously, you put effort and stuff into your videos, but like, you are being paid for just a hobby. You're playing a video game, and you end up getting paid for it.
You're getting paid for doing something that you started out doing because you enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's almost like playing football. When you're a kid playing in the Sunday League, you're doing it because you enjoy it. Now, I mean,
No,
okay,
you
I
end
know
up
the
getting
scales
paid.
aren't half as big, but when you say, "Wow, could you imagine getting paid for doing this?" It's almost the same. You're doing something because you enjoy it, and you're getting paid for it. So
I remember
you
thinking
can't
that, and like
complain.
back in the day, when I was like training in my partnership, I was like, imagine just getting paid, imagine just earning that money from playing a video game. It's just madness. And plus the people as well who kind of like say this and that about mission, but to be honest, a lot of them are underage of signing the contract. And I think you should literally read your contract because that's just advice, little advice. Just read your contract. If you don't like it, don't sign it,
Yeah,
because that's an illegal contract. You can like get lawyers and stuff to read over it if you wanted. It isn't like I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it a little bit. It isn't just like this little thing which you don't have to worry about. You're just signing it. You are technically, it is a proper contract. You got like, if you wanted to, you gotta get lawyers to look at it. If you wanted to, like, you gotta see the pros and cons. Like with me, I read over mine. When I did it, I read over the whole thing, and like when I had a new contract for when I wanted live streaming, I read over that, and like I committed to it then. But a lot of people who want to get out these contracts don't read them. No offense to you guys.
yeah.
Anyway, but you do see it after time. You're like, oh, I'm stuck in this contract now. What's up forever? And then like, wow, why didn't you read it?
Yeah.
If you don't like it, don't do it. It's simple as like no one forces you to do something. They may go influence you. They may go, oh my god, yeah, do it, go on, do it. But then it's just the same scenario. If someone told you to jump off a cliff, would you do it? No.
Perfect example. So,
Yeah.
how old do you actually have to be to sign up for the machinima
Um,
contract?
You can be of any age, but you need a parent to sign it.
Right.
If you are under the age of 18 or 16,
Ah.
I think. And not yeah, it's 18 because it's money involved. Um, I know a lot of people, they just forge parent signatures and stuff. Like half the time, I wouldn't be surprised. But do you go? Actually, I'm not going to talk about it because I was kind of going to go, but do their parents care? But
Oh,
no,
I wouldn't even go there, mate.
I won't even go there
I
because
wouldn't even go there.
we had this debate in like I had this debate in like college before, and it was like I went nuts on the person. I was like, yeah, blah, this, that, that. I had a proper, it was a proper like engagement of a debate, but I kind of allow it on stuff. But yeah, like for people who moan about Machinima, it's a good enough company. It does the same as like any other one, such as like TGN, I think it's Game Station, Yoush. They all do the same thing. You gotta realize like not many people would give you free money just for playing a video game.
But you say they give you free money, but they're actually making a profit off you.
Yeah, well they got to. Or they can't hire you.
So,
Yeah, so that's a company. It's
I suppose
it's
it works both
business.
ways. You say it's free money, but the way other
Yeah.
people see it is, well, I'm making the money.
Yeah, that's when. Well,
So,
if you don't make them money, they can't pay you.
yeah, I suppose.
So
And like, say if it's something, I have no idea what the figures are, but say if it's something like $2 per 1,000 views, they're probably making $5.
I wouldn't be surprised if they make more than that. To be
Yeah.
honest, even on YouTube, if you can actually look up YouTube's like ads pricing. Anyway, you can actually look it up. It's around. It's quite a lot. It's not like a few £100. It's like just a few notes. But yeah, like you gotta realize that if we don't, people may say, oh yeah, they're earning money off me, but if you don't earn the money, you don't get paid anyway. But then if they don't make profit, they ain't gonna keep the company going.
Yeah, I think that's
So
what
you're
people
gonna
don't
lose out.
realise. It's a business.
Yeah, it's a business. It's the same as any other company. It's the same as Apple. It's the same as Microsoft. I just named two computer companies, but it's the same as like Tesco's and stuff like that. They gotta sell for more.
They've got to turn a profit at the end of each
Yeah.
month. That is basically what everyone's in it for. You've got to make money at the end of each month.
You gotta do it. Like, yeah, I'd say like people always. To be honest, Machinima gets a bad light. And it shouldn't because maybe like I'm kind of sticking up for Machinima, but
Well, I mean,
they-
you're more entitled to more about Machinima
but
than most
they
people
do
watching.
good things
So.
like. But like Machinima's like turned round, like they got through that thing when all this hate was coming forth. They've got through it, and now like this, like, they've changed stuff. They've actually listened to the community. Like, they were saying, oh, we're being spammed in the sub boxes. They don't upload more than 4 videos a day now, and plus they are separated. They're like uploaded from the morning to the night.
Yeah.
So it isn't like, it's basically like if you subscribe to Wings of Redemption, right? He uploads 3 videos a day. It's around that. You upload in the morning, then it's later, and then later and later. And plus, they have cut down on directors and stuff. They haven't gone, yep, sign everyone. They only allowing like directors now to like, they've picked like a bunch of directors who've got good enough content to upload it now. So it's like if you want to get on, you improve.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, I think that's the right
you
scenario
can't
to
walk
have.
into Machinima like you used to be able to.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah.
So we've covered Machinima. We've covered your history of gaming. We've been recording for 40 minutes. So I think it's about time to conclude this interview. So Dan, what would your top tip of the day be?
Top tip of the day. It would be set yourself objectives for you. If this is for YouTube, set yourselves objectives and whatnot, and you'll be fine. And you'll be and just give it time. Don't expect it to happen overnight either. That's one thing.
So there you go. Give it time, keep persisting, and set yourself goals. I'd like to say massive thanks to Dan for coming on and giving me the opportunity to interview you, mate. Really appreciate that.
No problem, anytime, guys. I'm just a normal guy as well. I keep saying this, and people don't. And there's that same as well when other directors, bigger directors than me, talk to me. But I'm same as any other guy. If you want to talk to me, simple as that. Reply me on Twitter and stuff, and or YouTube message me or Skype and that.
Yeah, so, if you're watching this on my channel, his link is in the description. He makes FIFA content. Go over and check him out. I'm sure you can find a Twitter link on his page. But yeah, guys, other than that, I'd like to say a massive thanks for watching. If you've got to the end of the 42 minutes it's coming up to, leave a comment with something like... let's think of a word.
I thought of one on the podcast recently, and only one person used it because I referred it to something, and it was called Butterfish, right? I don't even know why that came up into my head before, but yeah,
right, okay.
That could be a
if
word.
You've watched this to
Butterfish.
the end, leave somewhere in your comment, if you comment below, the word butterfish, right? And we'll see how many people have actually watched this whole thing through, which just took a long time to bloody record. But yeah, guys, other than that, I'd like to say massive thanks to Dan again, and thank you very much for watching. We'll see you later, guys. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.